Hey guys, I'm Jessica and I am here today to talk to you about surviving and winning NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is almost here. We have less than a week. So I've been thinking a lot about what I did those 2 years that I won NaNoWriMo so I can duplicate them this year. So not only have I been planning my story, I've been planning how I'm going to write. You first need to ask yourself, how do you write best? This means, where do you write best? What music do you write best to? Or do you like silence or like the TV? What time of the day you write best at? For me, I'm pretty good at writing anywhere, which is a gift, I guess, and a curse, because the 2 years I won NaNoWriMo, I feel like I wrote more than I should have at my job, which was not good, but I can pretty much write anywhere. I like to write either in public, like at a coffee house like Starbucks, or in my bed or on my couch. So I am a nester. I bring in like all of the pillows in my house and blankets, and I just like make myself a little nest, and I can write for hours like that. I feel like I write best at night. I feel like a lot of people can probably relate to this. I'm a night person for sure. If I wake up early, which I have to do now that I have a baby, I can write in the morning, but I feel like I have more inspiration at night. And then I always try to listen to music that kind of mimics what's going on in my novel. Sometimes I like if my boyfriend's watching a TV show in the other room, I like to have that noise where it's not like directly in my face, but I can't often write well in silence. You also need to think about your plans for the month. Like, what are you doing socially? What are you doing for Thanksgiving if you're American? Because this is going to impact your writing. My sisters are going to come to town for a couple days because we're going to a show, so that's going to impact my writing, so I'm going to have to plan ahead for that and write to make up for that ahead of time. I'm also going out of town for Thanksgiving. We're actually going to my boyfriend's family's Thanksgiving in Savannah, and so I've never been to their Thanksgiving, so it's not like I'm going to my family's Thanksgiving where I can be like, bye guys, I'm gonna go write for 7 hours. I have to, be more social. So that should be interesting. You also need to plan ahead with things like meals and chores. I would suggest cleaning your entire apartment or house or whatever ahead of time, like October 30th or something, because then you have less to stress out about during the month of November, and you kind of can neglect things for a while. For meals, try to make stuff ahead of time. Like, you can make freezer meals that you can just like pop in the crock pot or microwave or whatever, and that will save you a lot of time as well. I would suggest trying to eat well throughout the month though. Like, if you eat like crap throughout all of November, you're probably gonna feel like crap and it's not gonna go well. One of my favorite writing snacks, and this has been my favorite like study snack since middle school, is frozen blueberries. It's so good. It tastes like, a dessert. Blueberries are also a great brain food. Another good thing to do in order to succeed in November is to have someone keep you accountable. I've talked about before how talking about my story with people helps me get over writer's block, but it also helps keep me going. If someone is asking me every day, how's it going? What's your word count? How's your story developing? Then I'm more likely to keep going, because I know they're gonna ask me tomorrow and I don't want to have to be like, I didn't write anything, Another good tip is to sleep while you can, but also remember that you can sleep in December. Like, going without sleep for a little bit, for a month, isn't going to hurt you. I have not slept through the night since I had a baby, and I am doing just fine. I forget my wallet places sometimes, but other than that, I'm existing. Another way you can ensure you are successful is keeping the tools around you that you need. This could be your laptop, a laptop charger, a notebook. I always use these like cheap dollar notebooks from like Walmart, because I go through these like crazy, because I write everything in here. Like, I planned out this video in here. I also like really fine tipped pens, but only the cheap ones. if you're seeing a trend here. I like how the cheap ones write better, so I always have those around, and I lose them pretty quickly, but you don't want to be stuck when inspiration strikes and not be able to write it down. Another thing you can do, especially if you're driving, like if you have a commute or you just are in the car for a while, you can record yourself on your phone. So if a scene comes to you and you can't write it down, like you're driving, you can pick up your phone and record it into your voice messages, and whenever you have the chance, write it down. As far as word count goes, definitely try to hit your target 1,667 words a day, but don't beat yourself up too much if you don't get there. Just work harder the next day. I would also suggest waiting to put in your word count until the end of the day. I don't know what you guys do, but I would like write 500 words and then go update my word count, and I just feel like that kind of took away from the excitement a little bit. I feel like it'll seem more monumental if you wait till the end of the day and then input your 2,000 words or whatever. It'll feel a lot better. That's something that's just psychological. Obviously it doesn't matter, but it might help you feel like you're doing more. The next one is about the internet. So I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to distance themselves from the internet while they're writing NaNoWriMo. But I feel the opposite. I feel like the internet can be a great tool during NaNoWriMo, not just for research, but also for inspiration, motivation. A lot of the times when I felt like I was stuck or I got discouraged, I would go to Tumblr and look up NaNoWriMo posts, or Instagram, or the NaNoWriMo forums, and I felt like those were great places to get inspiration and to get myself back on track. So definitely let yourself browse the internet. There's no sense in forcing yourself to stare at a blank word screen if you are not gonna write anything. That's just gonna make you more frustrated. When I look back at the 2 years that I won NaNoWriMo, I noticed a similarity. So both of those years I was busy, but I wasn't busy to the point where it was interfering with my mood and my relationships. I was just busy enough where I could handle taking on NaNoWriMo and do well. So you have to think about, if you are super busy to the point where you are stressed out and distracted a lot of the time and you are letting relationships dwindle away, then it might not be the right time for you to do NaNoWriMo. You might not be successful. You can still do it, but you have to go into it knowing if you don't put that stress aside, then you're probably not going to be successful. Another way to survive NaNoWriMo: coffee, a lot of caffeine, pumpkin spice creamer. Also keep in mind, 1,667 words a day is not that much when you're thinking about a novel overall. I understand that for some people who haven't written a lot, it might seem like a huge task, but when you get into the story and really get going, it's not impossible. If you want to be an author someday, you'll be doing this daily. And no, you won't be writing a novel a month. You'll be writing a novel over a span of months or even sometimes years, but that's what you'll be doing. You'll be expected to write a lot every day. So going into it with the mindset that I'm having to write so much a day is not going to help you. Just remember, a lot of writers do this every single day throughout every month of the year, not just 1 month a year. Also think about how great it feels when you are done for the day and you've met your word count and you're on track or even ahead, how great that feels. If I let myself get behind in the first week, then I'm done for. You have to make sure that you are ahead in that first week, because that motivation is going to carry over for the rest of the month when things start getting really difficult, when you hit like 30,000 words. And just remember, if this is something that you really want to do in the future, write books, then you need to treat it like a job now. Have you heard the phrase, fake it till you make it? Because I live my life by this phrase. You have to act like you're already a pro or you're not going to do well. And just remember that every word you write is making you that much more experienced. And experience is what's going to lead you to being a successful author someday. I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope that you're getting excited for next month. I cannot wait for November to start. I have a lot to do before then, but I'm going to try to get it all done before Tuesday. Remember to like this video and subscribe if you want to follow along, especially next month when I'm actually doing NaNoWriMo. I will see you guys again in a few days.